ITK. Natan, always good to see you, always good to launch this Inuit-Crown Partnership Committee meeting in the most positive possible way. Luki, Dwayne, Peter, it's so good to have seen you so recently as well, just a few weeks ago as we were working on some really important files. Also so happy to be here with so many ministers. It is so important that this Inuit-Crown Partnership be a whole of government approach. So having so many ministers here is really, really important, as it always is. Ça fait depuis 2017 qu'on se rencontre dans le cadre de ce forum. Ces rencontres nous ont permis de faire énormément de progrès ensemble sur nos priorités communes. This Inuit-Crown Partnership process is vital in making sure that our government, including members of cabinet, public servants, and caucus, stays connected and actively engaged. It's always a pleasure to join with Inuit partners. We've made much progress together over the past years, but we all know there's lots of work still to be done. I can tell you that this government is as committed as ever to keep working with you as partners to build a renewed Inuit-Crown relationship and to improve the lives of all Inuit. This is why we're here today, to maintain the momentum we've built up and come together to have good discussions about our successes, but also our challenges and how we can continue to work together on our priorities. Your priorities are ours, like housing, infrastructure, health and wellness, Inuktitut revitalization, and education. We will talk about the co-development of a federal Inuit Nunangat education policy for K-12 schooling. We will also discuss the project of an Inuit-led university rooted in Inuit language and culture in Inuit Nunangat. Priorities like modern treaty implementation and its implications for Inuit. Last week, we announced our intention to create a new Commissioner for Modern Treaty Implementation. Of course, as always, this work will be done in partnership with Inuit leaders and Indigenous peoples across the country. And together, we'll also discuss other ways to make progress on reconciliation. Members of my cabinet and I are here today to continue our commitment and obligations as partners to meet regularly on this distinctions-based approach. Ensemble, on va continuer de faire avancer la réconciliation en s'appuyant sur la reconnaissance des droits, sur le respect et la coopération. There's lots to discuss today, so I won't go much longer before we can get started. But thank you all for being here. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for all the work that so many people have done over the past year since we gathered in Nain to continue to advance on these shared priorities in a world that is challenging and in which the challenges faced by the Arctic are perhaps greater than just about any other region in the world, whether it's climate, whether it's shifting geopolitics. As always, Inuit need to be at the center of everything Canada does in regards to the Arctic. It is with you in partnership and in respect that we figure out the path forward, not just for the North, but for Canada. So it's a tremendous privilege to be here to have this conversation in this meeting this morning and to keep our focus on building a future in which every generation has a fair chance to succeed. I'm now very happy to pass it over to my friend and yours, Natan Obed, President of ITK. Natan.
Nakamik, Prime Minister Udlakut, good morning, everyone. Welcome to this iteration of the Inuit-Crown Partnership Committee here in Ottawa. It was just a year ago that we were in Nain, and it was the first time a sitting Prime Minister had ever been to Nunatsiavut and to Nain, and we were very proud to host you and your cabinet colleagues there. It's just an example of how this Inuit-Crown Partnership Committee process respects Inuit and also gives new perspective to the Government of Canada, the Prime Minister, and the Cabinet as to the people that we all wish to serve, whether it be Inuit rights holders and upholding our obligations to our people, improving Inuit lives, implementing our modern treaties, or whether it be as Canadian citizens, Inuit working with the Government of Canada to ensure that there is a distinctions-based approach, that there's equity for Inuit, whether it be in relation to education or healthcare, whether we're working on Arctic security or we're working on sovereignty or defense. These are all areas in which Inuit can not only uplift our people, implement our existing rights, but also make Canada a stronger nation. And ultimately, this partnership is about that. It's about building Canada into a better nation and ensuring that Canada works with Inuit in a distinctions-based and rights-holding way in a forum that is respectful of both sides. Inuit will always have our priorities, so as will government, and this is the space where we have decided to come together and work on our shared priorities. We are building upon the big advances such as the government Inuit Nunangat policy, the co-development principles for legislation, and then some of our major scopes of work on things like housing and infrastructure, on tuberculosis elimination, on education and training, and on reconciliation measures. Look forward to the conversations here today, and look forward to building upon the progress that we have made together with your government and with you, Prime Minister, over these last almost 8 years. So nakomik, and look forward to the meeting.
Nakomik kuyanamik. Thank you very much, media.